Oh, shit. Hey y'all, it's me, it's your girl, the real deal. Anita Skills Reaction, yeah. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all come in, hit the like button as you come in. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hope everybody doing good. We just gonna talk a little bit, Chad. We just gonna talk about the nigga Jenkins a little bit, okay? Hope everybody had a good weekend. Happy birthday to any birthday. This is the last day for Pisces. Aries is next. Oh yeah, the boss of Aries. Yeah. So happy birthday to you. It was the day of birthday. Okay. Hope everybody doing good. That's one of the main things. Yes. All right, y'all. We're gonna get into the show. Let me see which one I want. Hold on for a minute, y'all. 1 second. Come on, y'all. Ready for the fastest footage. Okay, y'all, we about to get started now. Okay, I hope everybody doing okay. Y'all had a good day. Uh, we got it's everything is basically is like a recap. Okay, everything that we talk about is sort of like a recap. Okay, because these are mainly videos that you already seen. Okay, so I know your opinion is gonna opinion. This is your opinion, okay? But we already know the answer to the opinion. But we just coming back and review a couple of things that went on in some of the videos, okay? Now we understand a lot of don't y'all come up here fussing, and I mean it, no cussing, no fussing, and then cause we already seen these videos. They're like recaps, okay? And what I'm gonna do in the recap is, give my, give my own give my own reaction, okay? Now, you notice in the little box right here, I put there was a camera directly over the freezer. Now that's a quotation mark right there. This is what we're going to review the video where the mom said, did the Chicago news. We're going to review that tonight. And tonight we're going to review a video that came over the news that I know these girls saw what they saw because I believe them, and it wasn't the shadow in the bedroom where they were or whatever. But we're going to anyway look over that video, okay? So we just looking over the videos because y'all seen it before. And we're gonna go, like I said, that's what we're gonna do, y'all. Right now it's 9:09. Okay. Um, this is what the mother said. Kanika Jenkins' mother said that that was a camera direct load the freezer. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. This young lady know exactly what she's speaking about because she worked in the cafeteria. So she know a camera when she see it. But I know. Some of y'all think it was emotion like that she saw, but she worked in the cafeteria for before. So I'm gonna give her a little respect, okay? And say that she knew what she was looking at, okay? That's what I'm gonna do, okay? But we understand that the case is closed, but we still gonna talk about this. We still gonna talk about it, okay? We already know the case closed, so don't y'all get excited. But okay, here we go. Also, the mom that's I'm gonna take her words uh about the kitchen freezer uh camera because she said she saw a camera. I'm gonna take her word. If you say you saw a camera, I'm gonna take your word because you worked in the cafeteria before. Also, the mother said this. The teen mom believed it was a cover up. Okay, of course she that's her daughter. So y'all, we need to we gonna if we're gonna respect the mother, we're gonna respect the mother all the way. You're not gonna partially respect her and partially not respect her. So what I'm gonna do in this situation on my end, I'm gonna respect what she said. Okay, I don't hate because she's the mother. I'm just I always respect the mothers. Okay, so we're gonna listen to this first. Oops, I forgot to share it with y'all. Hold on. Side by but okay. Okay, I want to share something with y'all. Here you go. Right. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button, okay? It ain't gonna I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let's listen to this.
Just a quick word from our sponsor.
Two chances to win big. Chances to win big.
Lord.
Oh yeah. With the big Georgia
Now I miss I got to do something to take that out. I take it out.
raffle games, every scratcher gives you two chances to win. You can win up to $2 million instantly on the scratcher or enter your non-winning tickets in the big raffle. There's a drawing every month where you could win up to $100,000. That's two big chances to win. Two chances to win big. Oh yeah. Win instantly or win the raffle. Play the Big Georgia Raffle family of scratchers from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Kanika Jenkins' mom cops lied. There was camera above freezer where Chicago teen was found dead. Kanika Jenkins' mother says the investigation into her daughter's death is a cover-up because police didn't do an adequate job investigating the disappearance and death of the teenager inside a Chicago area hotel on September 10th. I believe that it's a cover-up, the teen's mother, Teresa Martin, told Chicago radio station 107.5 WGCI last week. I'm still looking for answers. Police say Jenkins died after wandering inside a hotel freezer during a drunken night inside the Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel and Conference Center in Rosemont, just outside of Chicago. An autopsy found no indications of trauma or sexual assault, instead putting the cause of death on hypothermia from the cold freezer. Martin said she wants a second autopsy. Rosemont police have continued to say there were no signs of foul play and released several hundred documents earlier this month, including footage of Jenkins moving through the hotel towards the freezer unit, plus photos of the dead Jenkins inside the freezer. There was no video of Jenkins actually entering the freezer. Police had released the video after critics, activists, and conspiracy theorists questioned how someone could freeze to death in a walk-in unit that was easy to open from the inside. The case soon gained nationwide attention. Cops said there was no footage of Jenkins entering the freezer because there was no camera in that spot. But Martin said she saw a camera directly above the freezer and asked authorities about why the video didn't show her daughter walking into the freezer. The sergeant said aggressively, "There wasn't no cameras, so I guess the camera disappeared," Martin said. The family has also said the photographs released by cops raised more questions, and many agreed after some images showed the teen with her shirt pulled down. Experts have said one of the last stages of hypothermia is feeling overheated, and victims commonly try to take off their clothing. Hear the full interview below. Just a quick word from our sponsor.
Okay, y'all heard that, right? The mother believed that it was a cover up. Um, I don't know how I don't know how did they go about showing the mother the videos, you know what I mean? But y'all heard that the autopsy found no indication of trauma or sexual assault, you know, instead putting the cause of death hypothermia from the cold freezer. But I have a question. I really probably don't ask so many times. If the freezer was allegedly locked from the outside, how's she gonna open it up from the inside? So, and another thing, did Miss Teresa, I need to look that up. Did she get a second autopsy? Okay, and now evidently foul play must I need to look at the definition of foul play because foul play can't be what I think foul play is. Because allegedly, if she walked in, she'll walk back out. And then too, she might can't see where to get out at. I don't know, y'all. I'm just talking. Okay. She probably in the dark freezer. You got to find the door thing. You know, if that happened that way, okay. Uh Also there was Miss Teresa saw a video of footage Kanika moving through the hotel toward the freezer unit, plus photos did Jenkins inside the freezer. There was no video of Jenkins actually entering the freezer. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut this down right quick, and I want to do this because what they call the definition of foul play is like nothing. I thought foul play means it seemed like somebody did something to her. So I don't understand why every case is no foul play. Said foul play is involved. Or did it say no foul play? Or did they say foul play? Foul play. Criminal or violent activity causes somebody's death. Police immediately began an investigation, but did not suspect foul play. Did not suspect that the person had been murdered. So that's what foul play that directly mean that they don't suspect that the person had been murdered. The police found no evidence of foul play. How long? It's another thing. It's okay. Hold on for a minute. Okay, I put this up here. I said How long does it take an empty freezer to get cold? That's very important to me. It said it takes anywhere from 4 to 12 hours to reach and stay the proper temperature. Now, y'all, I'm not making this up. So if y'all see it, Kanika went in there no 4 hours. Now I'm gonna do it like this. So it's how long does it take an empty Cause the freezer was empty. Now come on now, y'all. We ain't gonna keep playing with this now. The freezer was empty. Golly. Okay. So it would take that freezer 4 to 12 hours. She went in on 4 to 12 hours. Okay. Ooh-wee. 4 to 12 hours. Remember that. Okay, what is the estimate time it takes to freeze a human body solid? To actually freeze, temperature have to be 0 to C, colder. Not long before temperature where your flesh can freeze. Look what it says. Not long before the temperature. Y'all need to look at this. This is quarter. Okay, let me see. Let me go back right here. It is possible to freeze a human solid and then melt said frozen human. It is possible for a human body to freeze solid instantly. Y'all see this? Okay. What is the estimate time it takes to freeze a human body? And then how long does it take for a human to freeze to death? Okay, let's look at this one. Is it possible to freeze a human solid, then melt? Let's see. It might be a little biased, but as an Asian employee, I believe Asana is the best project maintenance tool. Warning that this answer would be pretty graphic. It should be pretty obvious, but do not Google any other stuff reading. Okay. A human can freeze solid in extremely low, well below zero temperatures. Yes, y'all see that? A human can freeze solid in extremely low, well below zero temperature. In fact, humans have this is basically exactly what happened in very severe weather. That's right. Okay. Y'all paying attention to this. Because this is a very important question that ain't too many people talking about. Okay, a human can freeze solid. You remember the police officer said she froze solid? Okay, a human can freeze solid in extremely low, well below zero temperature. Okay. In fact, humans have. Okay. This is basically exactly what happened in very severe frostbite. This here is a video about how frostbite works and what nasty thing can happen in low enough temperature. Warning, graphic content. 5 awful things extreme cold does to the human. I want to open it, but I don't. I want to open it because y'all, I'm gonna tell you this morning. My body was cold, froze. It was 26, 29 degrees, and I immediately got my body start freezing up. Y'all saw me outside. You know, that's different from it seemed like it should be worse. I'm gonna open this because I want to see. Man, they're trying to mess him out face. Ah, I should have never opened.
For your daughter. And the hotel at first wasn't as cooperative, correct?
No, they wasn't.
Okay.
From when me speaking with their friends, when the hotel, the friends stated to me that they was looking for, because I asked them, to continuously look for it at first.
Right.
And she said that they was making them leave. The hotel was,
They were trying to kick him out.
Yes, they were going to kick him out that night
And
because
this is like about 4:00 in the morning.
Oh, before.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
They was going to kick them out if they leave and call the police on them to arrest them.
Well, okay. Let's stop that part. Now, when I watched the video, I didn't see I saw the officer talking to them, but it didn't look like he was talking the way that what they told Miss Teresa. When I was looking at her footage and y'all saw when I played it, it looked like they was agreeing with him. And then they got up and they moved out peacefully. But listen to what they told Miss Teresa. We didn't see this in that video that I showed y'all.
Hotel at first wasn't as cooperative, correct?
No, they wasn't.
Okay.
From when me speaking with their friends, when the hotel, the friends stated to me that they was looking for, because I asked them, to continuously look for it at first.
Right.
And she said that they was making them leave. The hotel was,
They were trying to kick him out.
Yes, they were going to kick him out.
No, they didn't. They didn't kick them out. They probably gave them a reason to leave out the lobby. That's what it looked like was going on to me when we watched the video. Because they didn't fuss, they didn't look like they were fussing and stuff. And by the way, the video wasn't playing.
Out that night
And
because
this is like about 4:00 in the morning.
Oh, before.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
They was going to kick them out if they leave and call the police on them to arrest them.
Mm.
Y'all believe that? No. So We didn't hear him say that, but it looked like they moved out real nicely to me. But we didn't hear him. We didn't see all of that. But we were looking at the video and we didn't see that. I remember we watched the video the other day.
Why were they threatening to do that? Just because they were being too rowdy, making too much noise?
No, because they stated to me that they told them that my daughter was missing. They can't find her.
Said what?
That night
And
because
this is like about 4 o'clock in the morning?
oh, before.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
They was gonna kick them out if they leave and call the police on them to arrest them.
Mm.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it because I'm gonna still constantly I'm gonna say what I said. They didn't show them making all that noise and they were gonna throw them out because the girls was sitting there quietly. So I don't believe that man said that to them like that. They ain't said it to them.
Now, why were they threatening to do that? Just because they were being too rowdy, making too much noise?
No, because they stated to me that they told them that my daughter was missing. They can't find her.
And they felt like that was reason to kick everybody out?
Yes.
Now look, that man know it don't make sense. That man know it don't even make sense what she's saying. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure y'all connected. That man know it don't make sense. He know it. They wasn't gonna kick them out for that. He knows that didn't sound right. Look how she looking.
Obviously.
When was the friends that called you? When was their last time that they saw your daughter Kanika alive? What's their last reaction and interaction with Kanika?
Well, they stated to me it was two because I asked them how long she been missing, and they said it was 2 hours before they called me. I asked them why didn't they call me before? They said because one of the friends didn't want me to know that my daughter was missing. The one that left my house with Kanika.
Now we went on left her house with Kanika. Why she ain't just tell us which one on left with Kanika? Which one on left with Nika, y'all? I don't know. I wasn't there.
Now, but did they say how she broke from the group? Like, how did she break away from the group?
Right.
Okay, it was like two different stories. First, that day that she came, she came up missing. They stated that they left her in the front lobby, which is on my 911 call.
Okay.
Because that's what they told me. Then later on that day in the afternoon, headed towards the evening, they stated to me they left her upstairs by the room door.
So they changed where they saw her last.
Yes.
Okay, why they do that? Why did they tell Miss Teresa two different stories? Because do y'all think because they were drinking and they just didn't remember? We got to remember now these are young teenagers at that time. And y'all know how it is. If you drink it, you're gonna forget. So let's respect that the girls were drinking and they forgot where they left Kanika at. They drinking at hen.
But isn't there a point, if I recall correctly, when they released the videotapes, there was a point where she got out the elevator, but somebody was in the elevator? Am I recalling that wrong?
Those were, I think, the allegations of people saying that they were in the elevator. Because there's been so many conspiracy theories when it comes to what happened with your daughter, Kanika.
So we didn't see anybody in the elevator with her?
No, not in the videos, not that I saw. Did you guys see anything different? No, we didn't see anything with that. No.
Okay.
But again, so many conspiracy theories were being thrown out there. So now, okay, so you're at the hotel, you find her. So when do they actually, from when you get to the hotel, when does the hotel finally find your daughter in the freezer?
Well, once I arrive, they finally found her after the third time of us coming in, me and my family coming up to the hotel begging for help from the hotel. pleading with them, and also Rosemont Police Department.
So it was like hours. Like, was it like 36 hours?
Yes, it was like 36 hours.
I
Give or
have a
take.
question about.
Hold up. So listen to what she said. I'm on the reason why I'm saying this because I watched allegedly a 36-hour video. I don't believe it was 36 though. But listen to what Miss Teresa said. Listen to the mother of Kanika.
Allegations of people saying that they were in an elevator, because there's been so many conspiracy theories when it comes to what happened with your daughter Kanika.
So we didn't see anybody in the elevator with her.
No, not in the videos, not that I saw. Did you guys see anything different? No, we didn't see anything with
Okay.
that. No.
Okay.
But again, so many conspiracy theories were being thrown out there.
Right.
So now, okay, so you're at the hotel, you find her. So when do they actually, from when you get to the hotel, when does the hotel finally find your daughter in the freezer?
Well, once I arrive, they finally found her after the third time of us coming in, me and my family coming up to the hotel begging for help from the hotel, pleading with them, and also Rosemont Police Department.
So it was like hours. Like, was it like 36 hours?
Yes, it was like 36 hours.
Okay, stop. That's where we got the 36-hour video from. The lady sitting right here. Not Miss Teresa. The lady said it first, and then Miss Teresa said, yeah, the 36 hours. So I overheard somebody say, what is a 36-hour video? I never heard it. No, the girl right here at the radio station said 36 hours. And then Miss Teresa said, oh, the 36 hours. So that's where we got the 36-hour video from. We said it's one out there, but remember this girl just said, oh, the 36 hours. And then Miss Teresa said, yes, the 36-hour video. So that's where we got it from. A 36 hours from this lady saying 36 hours. But is that really the 36-hour video? I don't know. I watched something. It was a long time, but I don't know about no 36 hours now. But this girl just said, and Miss Teresa said was 36 hours. Miss Teresa really didn't know, y'all. But the lady right here said it. The lady said it, not Miss Teresa. She just Miss Teresa just agreed with her.
You're at the hotel, you find her. So when do they actually, from when you get to the hotel, when does the hotel finally find your daughter in the freezer?
Well, once I arrive, they finally found her after the third time of us coming in, me and my family coming up to the hotel begging for help from the hotel, pleading with them, and also Rosemont Police Department.
So it was like hours. Like, was it like 36 hours?
Yes, it was
See,
like,
she said it. The girl said 36 hours. And then Miss Teresa agreed with her. That's where Miss Teresa got it from. She said that the girl said, when it's about 36 hours? She putting words in their mouth. The girl sitting right here helping them think. I noticed that about her. She's helping them think.
like 36 hours.
I
Give or
have a
take.
question about why, if somebody says that their daughter is missing in their hotel, why wouldn't they be willing to help? Did they give you a reason as to we're not concerned, she'll just show up, she's probably okay, and they just blew it off? Did they have a reason for why they're not willing to help at that point?
Well, they stated to me that, basically it wasn't their concern, the hotel, Crown Plaza, and manager at the time. That's a police matter.
Oh, it's a police matter.
And
Yeah, the reason why they say it's the police matter. Because they want it's the police matter. It's their matter. What they talking about is the police matter. I can understand them waiting on the police to get there, but to say that it's a police matter, I mean, come on. It's your matter too. You can't be nice enough to look at the video. That's something to think about too. They could have did that. They could have looked at it.
Probably say a person has to be missing for 48.
Yeah, they used to say 48 hours, but I heard that it's not 48 hours, but the police said 48 hours. But really, the hotel could have looked if they wanted to, y'all. And they could have looked if they didn't yell at them.
Hours in order for you to file an official report.
24.
24 hours. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, it's more than 2 hours.
Yes.
Okay.
So when did they finally go look through the tapes to realize, okay, she really was at this hotel? So I guess I'm trying to figure out, how did they discover her in the freezer?
Okay. When my daughter went up there.
Your other daughter?
Yes, my other daughter, Lenore.
Okay.
When she
Hold up. I asked y'all, who is Miss Teresa's other daughter? I asked y'all that. Miss Teresa just said her other daughter. I asked y'all that question the other day. I thought y'all said this was Lenora right here. Now somebody need to answer this question. When you get a chance, put it in the comment section. I asked y'all what this Lenora. Why they don't just say, yeah, Lenora who's sitting right here? Hold on, let me see. I don't understand why she act like Lenora not sitting right there. That's what I'm saying. Why she act like what? Why is Miss Teresa acting like that's not Lenora right there? That's what I'm saying. Why she didn't say right here, my daughter right here? Come on, y'all. Maybe I'm not. Maybe it's a Chicago thing. I don't know.
Your other daughter?
Yes, my other.
See? Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I have a question. Who is this girl? Who is she? Miss Teresa just said her other daughter. And the lady said, your other daughter? She said, my other daughter. Don't y'all people out here act like y'all didn't just hear what I said, what she just said. Miss Teresa just said, my other daughter. And y'all know she just said that. Who is this girl sitting beside her? She said, yeah, my other daughter. So who is her other daughter? Who is this girl right here? Somebody need to put it in the comment section. Who is this girl right here? Listen to Miss Teresa. I'm not making this up.
You know, Crown Plaza, and manager at the time. That's a police matter.
Oh, it was a police matter.
And the police probably say a person has to be missing for 48 hours in order for you to file an official report.
24.
24 hours. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, y'all listen to this. Listen to this part. Listen to what Miss Teresa said. Y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. We're going by what we hear. We ain't making up nothing. Miss Teresa said her other daughter. Who is this girl sitting beside her?
Okay. You know, it's more than 2 hours.
Yes.
Okay.
So when did they finally go look through the tapes to realize, okay, she really was at this hotel? So I guess I'm trying to figure out, how did they discover her in the freezer?
Okay. When my daughter went up there.
Your other daughter?
Yes, my other daughter, Lenore.
Okay.
When she went up.
To realize, okay, she really was at this hotel. So I guess I'm trying to figure out, how did they discover her in the freezer?
Okay. When my daughter went up there.
Your other daughter?
Yes, my other daughter, Lenore.
Okay.
When she went up to.
Who is this girl right here, y'all? Who is she? Who is she? When my other daughter went up there, first she pointed down at her, and she said, "My other daughter, Lenora." Why she ain't just say my daughter right here? When my daughter, why Miss Reason didn't just say my daughter right here went up there? She said my other daughter, not this daughter.
That's a police matter.
Oh, it was a police matter.
And the police probably say a person has to be missing for 48 hours in order for you to file an official report.
24.
24 hours. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You know, it's more than 2 hours.
Yes.
Okay.
So when did they finally go look through the tapes to realize, okay, she really was at this hotel? So I guess I'm trying to figure out, how did they discover her in the freezer?
Okay, when my daughter went up there.
Okay, she pointed down at her. She pointed down at her. But listen to what she said.
Your other daughter.
Yes, my other
daughter. Miss Teresa just said my other daughter. Who? Lenora. She said my other daughter, Lenora. God, don't tell me y'all didn't hear that now. I know what I just heard.
It's more than 2 hours.
Yes.
Okay.
So when did they finally go look through the tapes to realize, okay, she really was at this hotel? So I guess I'm trying to figure out, how did they discover her in the freezer?
Okay, when my daughter went up there.
When she pointed. When my daughter went up there, she pointed at her. But listen to this lady right here. Listen to her.
Your other daughter.
Yes, my other daughter,
Lenora.
Lenore.
Okay.
When she went up.
See? She said my other daughter, Lenora. As if it's not even Miss Teresa's daughter sitting right here. I'm not stupid. I just heard what she said. That's why I asked y'all if that's Lenora sitting right there with her. Because she said my other daughter, Lenora. That's why I asked y'all who is this girl sitting beside her. Y'all said that's Lenora, but Miss Teresa don't act like that's Lenora.
Police probably say a person has to be missing for 48 hours in order for you to file an official report.
24.
24 hours. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You know, it's more than 2 hours.
Yes.
Okay.
So when did they finally go look through the tapes to realize, okay, she really was at this hotel? So I guess I'm trying to figure out, how did they discover her in the freezer?
Okay, when my daughter went up there.
Your other daughter.
Yes, my other daughter, Lenore.
Okay.
When she went up to the hotel, when I came, after me returning back home, she headed out the door as I was coming in, her and two of her friends. And when they got up to the hotel, they asked, the person at the front desk if they can look on the cameras and see once again, if they see, if Kanika was there.
Right.
And they stated to her also as well that it was a police matter. So she calls 911 as well. And the police suggested that and told her that he couldn't leave and come up to the hotel to meet her. She would have to come down to the police station. Once she came, got to the police station and made the report, the missing person report, the only reason that Crown Plaza Police Department came back up to the hotel, not because of my daughter was missing, not because of the missing person report, was because Lenore forgot to put her signature on the missing person report paper.
Right.
So
it's the Rosemont Police.
Yes, the Rosemont Police Department.
Mm-hmm.
So once he got there, and he had called and asked her where was she. She stated that she's back up at the hotel. She's telling the person at the front desk at the hotel that now she has a missing person report number. She stated, could they look at the cameras, and they still deny her, to see if her sister was missing. She asked the police, the Rosemont police officer, if he can give her a copy of the police report. He stated to her it'll take all day, he can't give her a copy. So she asked him, could she have the number to the missing person report. So upon his arrival, Lenore could please look at the cameras, the security cameras, to see if they see Kanika. And he finally agreed he would. He went into the security office, from my understanding.
And this is the officer that we're talking about.
Yes,
right now.
the officer that made out the
Right.
missing person report.
Okay.
Lenore stated to me that he went in there like 5 minutes, came back out, and stated that on the first missing person report, that he searched front and back, and he did not see Kanika entering or exiting the building.
So that means she wasn't there, according to them.
According to them, she wasn't there.
Wow. They said they didn't see her entering nor exiting the building. So in other words, they saying Kanika wasn't at the party. Y'all heard that?
Okay. So
And y'all, and see, that's why some people say she wasn't at the party, because they going by, they want to believe what the hotel said. The hotel said that they didn't see her exiting nor entering the hotel, but they found a body in the freezer. So they had to see her enter the hotel if they saw a body in the freezer. That don't even make sense.
On the first missing person report, that he searched front and back, and he did not see Kanika entering or exiting the building.
So that means she wasn't there, according to them.
According to them, she wasn't there.
Okay. So who found Kanika in the freezer? And did they find her just by accident, or did they find her because they were looking at the videos?
Okay, well, when we was there, the Rosemont Police Department stated that they're the ones that found Kanika. But with me looking at the news and reading in the newspapers, and the police found her. So
well, then she had to be in the building. She ain't no ghost. She not a bewitched. So y'all had to see. They had to see her in the building, because she in their freezer. She in their freezer. These folks talking crazy.
That's a good question. I really wouldn't.
So you don't know who?
You're not for sure.
I'm not for sure.
Right.
But you actually, they brought you to see Kanika while she was in the freezer.
After being denied at first, because I asked them, and I went on Facebook because I needed help. I was looking for help, and I started timing myself basically to let them know, just in case if something like this come up, they couldn't say that I wasn't conscious enough. What I'm saying? Like I was like out of my mind or whatever. And I stated, because I had made a post on Facebook before that, when I was in search of Kanika, that I needed help. If somebody see my daughter, to inform me. And after I made this live video, I re-entered the hotel, and I asked them, how was she laying? The head detective, how was she laying? He stated she was laying on her side. And I said, was she laying, how was the legs? Was they curved, like in a fetal position? Yes. He said, no, they were straight. I said, okay. Next question. Can I see my daughter? How she died? How she laid in the freezer? As I wanted to see her. He said, the detective said yes. An hour or two went past, give or take. The sergeant come in with a very rude attitude. No, you cannot see her. It's against our procedures, our policy. You can't see her. So I asked him, with the card that leading detective gave me, is it possible that he can write his name on the back of the card? He stated yes. After he stated yes, I said, and as well as your badge number. And I hear him whisper to the detective, badge number. So then he said, as everybody getting ready to round up to go, he said, you know what? Hold on, I'm gonna speak with the coroners and see what they can do. So here we go, hours later. 5 hours, maybe a little bit more, but rounding it off, 5 hours later, they come to me and states, only I could come see her. Me, I'm allowed, and I could bring one more other person with me. That's when they allowed me. They walked us back there. They said, wait, this is a crime scene. You are not allowed to take any photos. You can't touch and don't touch anything. And they watched us as if we was there. Like we was involved in it. It seemed like the crime scene was on
Right.
us, not what went on with my daughter.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you see your daughter in the freezer now. To bring up to date,
No, I'm sorry. No, at this time, they had removed her from the freezer. I asked them. Yes, they removed her from the freezer. When they removed her from the freezer, about time we came 5 hours or plus later, more later, rounding it off. Kanika was laying on a stretcher in a white body bag already.
So you never saw her.
I never saw her. I never saw her. They stated as well that there was no signs of foul play.
Right.
Like it was just a normal look.
So wait. I thought we seen the video with Miss Teresa running out the kitchen. She just said she didn't see her daughter, y'all. She said she was in the body bed, already in the body bed. Let me let this thing right here catch up with. She said she was in the body bed. But she ain't see her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So you see your daughter in the freezer now. To bring up to date,
No, I'm sorry. No, at this time, they had removed her from the freezer. I asked them. Yes, they removed her from the freezer. When they removed her from the freezer, about time we came 5 hours or plus later, more later, rounding it off. Kanika was laying on a stretcher in a white body bag already.
Okay.
So you never saw her.
I never saw her. I never saw her. They stated as well that there was no signs of foul play.
Right.
Like it was just a normal look.
That's what they
No
said.
no signs of sexual harassment and anything.
Right.
So she
So do you
didn't
believe
see.
differently?
And y'all, what Miss Teresa said. She said she ain't see her child. Miss Teresa just said she ain't see her child, y'all. They was telling her it's no sign of foul play, but then they got her and this girl running out coming out that room, running out of there. I don't understand it. I'm about to put this right here. Y'all don't talk.
He said the detective stated yes. An hour or two went past, give or take. The sergeant come in with a very rude attitude. No, you cannot see her. It's against our procedures, our policy. You can't see her. So I asked him, with the card that the leading detective gave me, is it possible that he can write his name on the back of the card? He stated yes. After he stated yes, I said, and as well as your badge number. And I hear him whisper to the detective, badge number. So then he said, as everybody getting ready to round up to go, he said, you know what? Hold on, I'm gonna speak with the coroners and see what they can do. So here we go, hours later. 5 hours, maybe a little bit more, but rounding it off, 5 hours later, they come to me and states, only I could come see her. Me, I'm allowed, and I could bring one more other person with me. That's when they allowed me. They walked us back there. They said, wait, this is a crime scene. You are not allowed to take any photos. You can't touch and don't touch anything. And they watched us as if we was there. Like we was involved in it. It seemed like the crime scene was on us, not what went on with my daughter.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you see your daughter in the freezer now. To bring up to date,
No, I'm sorry. No, at this time, they had removed her from the freezer. I asked them. Yes, they removed her from the freezer. When they removed her from the freezer, about time we came 5 hours or plus later, more later, rounding it off. Kanika was laying on a stretcher in a white body bag already.
So you never saw her.
I never saw her. I never saw her. They stated as well that there was no signs of foul play.
Right.
Like it was just a normal look. You know,
That's what they
no
say.
no signs of sexual harassment or anything.
Right. So do you believe differently?
From seeing the pictures, yes, I believe different.
Because the pictures came out. Before that, though, the video came out. So when we saw the video of her trying to find her way throughout the hotel, what did you think about the videos?
That she was wandering in the hotel and she needed help. And, you know, she had a hotel, a 5-star hotel.
Right.
I know it was surveillance. Just like on each floor, they might not have cameras all through the hotel, but entering and exiting the elevator, there are cameras.
But it is her on the camera because, like I said, so many conspiracy theories. Some people said that's not even her on the video. You do believe it was your daughter on the video?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe they're saying that one part of the video when she's walking towards the refrigerator, that's her last time being shown on videotape? So do you believe she could have just literally walked in there and got locked into the freezer? And what they're saying to be true is she got locked into the freezer and she died because of the coldness. Do you think that could be true?
Well, see, we wouldn't even be sitting here today to guess it. It was the camera. As we went in there, if you could look at the video, me and my daughter, which is some of the parts what we did. As we went in there, I'm looking at my daughter, you know, and I looked in her face. She had a disgusted look on her face. That's an angry look, like, or somebody agitating her, you know, this type of look. So I'm looking. And then I asked them, I said, can I see the freezer? Because I work in a cafeteria. So you can't tell me that she walked in this freezer and couldn't get out, you know, because of our freezers. And not only that, me working within the CPS, you know, cafeterias. You know, before, every freezer has a release button or some type of handle where you can't get locked in this freezer unless you've been locked on the
But
outside.
if the lights, what's the light off in the freezer? What's in the lights in the freezer? Cause if they shut that door and it's dark, she can't see nothing. I don't know.
You know, you get locked in from the outside.
Which would have taken obviously somebody else to do
To
purposely.
do it, right?
Yes,
That's
exactly.
what you're saying.
Yes.
There's no way she could lock herself in by herself.
Exactly. So once entering, and I see the freezer. Now the leading detective stated to me, she just walked in the freezer.
Mhm.
This is before I told him I worked within the cafeteria.
Right.
She walked in the freezer, and when she walked in the freezer, she walked in. He never mentioned it was a double freezer. Walked in the freezer, closed the door behind herself, and just froze to death.
Right.
So, you know, I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
I said, so she couldn't get out? He said, no, she couldn't get out. Because once you locked in, you locked in.
Right. But he doesn't know what you know about freezers at that time.
Exactly.
Right.
Did you go into the actual freezer that your daughter was in? Did you like try to see what your like the theory, how you can get out of it if you're in that particular freezer?
Okay, well, I'll tell you like this. We wasn't never to actually go inside their freezer, but they had both of the doors open. I asked him when I first went back there, so you're saying it's a double freezer? He said, yes, but on our way back there, if you can see in the video, I'm pointing my finger. I'm looking for cameras. I'm looking for cameras because that's my purpose, because you can't tell me this happened with no camera in around, you know, and every time I point, I see a camera. Except when we go by the freezer, that's like blocked off, which it was a camera above that freezer. And okay, we're gonna go back to that. I'm sorry, please forgive me. When I go back to the freezer, they had both of the doors open, and I'm like, here go a glow in the dark plastic release button, big white glow in the dark. I said, so is this a release button? He said, the detective said yes. And the sergeant standing back there with us as well. As I said, we were being watched as if we're the criminal, you know. We did this to my daughter, as if we was going to get arrested. So he stated, I asked him with the other freezer, you know, the second door. I said, is this a release button? Big white button. Maybe, as they said, you couldn't see, but it was lightning in the freezer. And only thing we saw
What's
on the
up,
floor
Black
was a big piece of
Iverson?
ice made in a triangle. You know, like, you know, and I'm like, okay. I said, so I that's when I stated, I work in the cafeteria. I've been working there for 7 years. I say, there shouldn't have been no way that
Okay, I see
she
what you're
shouldn't have been
saying.
able to get out these doors. I thought you told me, and I asked the detective. You said that she couldn't get out. How is that when the is release buttons on each one of these doors? And he just shook his head.
He doesn't
We could.
understand.
So where are you now as far as what it is that you want to see? They've closed the case officially. I know that you guys are not happy about that and you want to continue the investigation. So what do you want to see happen? Where do you see this going from here? Are you trying to get more people to come in and reopen the case? What is it that you want to do?
Yes, I would love for the FBI to come in. The reason why I said that, they stated it was a natural cause before any medical examiner or anything. So the Rosemont Police Department knew this would happen with no professionals. They said it wasn't no sexual harassment or any. I mean, assaults
Not
or
showing
whatever.
an assaulted section.
Exactly. But how is that? From looking at the pictures, obviously you'll see that it was something going on. At least, with that if you would have just saw it without being a professional doctor or whatever, examiner or whatever, first thought would have been them being professional cops. Hey, it's something had to go on. And then to come to find out after all that, at the closing meeting, my daughter asked them, "Did you all take fingerprints?" And they said no. Why not?
All right.
Why not?
Dust the body, right?
You know what I'm saying? Because I work in the cafeteria once, as I mentioned, and in the cafeteria, you got to clean up behind yourself.
Yeah.
That's sanitation,
So, question. Well, two things. One is because the Rosemont police did actually turn down, because the FBI at one time make
This is
the
if
offer,
they were reached out for assistance.
and
they would.
so Rosemont turned that down. Correct? They didn't want to have anything to do with the FBI coming in allegedly on the case. Secondly, was the question ever presented to the people of the hotel? Why was this freezer even still in operation if it wasn't being used?
Yes.
Like, because
Thank
I'm
you.
under
The kitchen
understanding.
was supposed to be closed.
I'm
right?
under understanding that kitchen was closed,
Thank you.
and that stuff wasn't even being used. So why even have it on? Because then if she goes in there, she's just inside a room.
Yeah.
She's not inside a freezing room. Did that ever come up in conversations with the hotel?
No, I never found out about this freezer wasn't working or none of that until after the fact. I'm hearing it from the media or whatever, and my attorney as well,
After she's gone.
after she's gone.
Right.
And then at the meeting, the sergeant said they'd had numerous of murders, deaths or whatever, however he named it. Don't quote me. He said, but this is the first time we ever had to deal with an attorney. And rolled his eyes at me like, how could you be mad at me when I'm the one that's taking the loss? You understand what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like, where do you
Like you was doing something.
I
Exactly.
want to know why they disrespected Miss Teresa. What was the disrespecting Miss Teresa for? She's the mother.
If nothing else, people should have been treating you with compassion.
Exactly.
That's
If nothing
right.
else.
And with her cell phone, they did ask me twice for her phone. And you know why? I was afraid to go back up there because the next day I asked the detective when he called my phone and when he was asking me about her phone and to come up there, comes back to the Rosemont Police Department to come up there. And I was not going by myself because I knew I needed some help.
Yeah.
The hotel offered to pay for Kanika's funeral. Did you accept their offer?
Okay. They offered to pay for her funeral.
Yes.
You know why I did not accept? I refused. Because even though they offered to pay for it, they never once gave me their condolences. Well, of course, they probably did after I made initial clues to Facebook and the media. How could you offer to pay? You all don't care. It's not about money. It's not about money. That's why I reached out to the world,
Right.
For help. And I'm still asking for help because something's just not right.
I want to bring up some of the activists. Actually, how I got in contact with you was via Andrew Holmes. He's the one that gave me your number, and we actually talked the night prior to when the videos were released. And I know you were upset with him because what happened with that? Did he have the right to go? Because he was the first person to talk about the videotapes. Did he have that right from you to do that?
No, he did not. Okay, first of all, Andrew Holmes just popped up from nowhere. He stated to me, I asked him when he called my phone, who gave you my number? Who is you? he stated that he was somebody because I'm asking for help. So I'm figuring, he coming to help me. And he stated to me that he was from Chicago Police Department. He's a special investigator and he's going to get me answers. So,
Special investigator.
yeah, that's what he stated to me.
So you were misled.
Yes, I was misled.
Okay.
Wow.
From the beginning.
From the beginning.
Do you have any communication with him now or no?
No.
Okay.
There's no need.
Right.
I know other activists, I know from Facebook you accused of them raising money without your knowledge all the way for the protest.
Yes.
So what was that situation? Because they were saying that, money's necessary if someone gets arrested and for the buses, and that they explained that to you and you were okay if they got money to take care of those situations.
Listen, let me tell you something. I didn't know my purpose of being out there. I thank God for everybody. Whichever way they did it, I asked for help. When you ask for help, you can't direct the help, which way this help going to go. But as far as them collecting money, I never knew about it until I made a status. I wish I would have known. I would have actually wrote down a date. See, like I said, I did timing again. And I went on Facebook to let people know that I did not know, it was, when they collected their money, I was not aware of it.
Okay.
2 days later, I don't know how many days. When I found out, the day I found out, they stated to me that they're gonna give me a ledger, and before we leave the protest that day, and I'm like, honestly, I'm like, okay, what is this? And they stated to me that it was funds that they had collected because of the protest, and I'm like, oh, okay. They said, what do you want to do? Ask me what I want to do with it. I said, well, if you all collected for the protest, save it. And it was some people got locked up, and they was like, they was like, somebody got locked up. I said, well, go bond it out. Don't y'all have that money? I didn't want to touch it because if they collected if that's what they was doing, then I'm a firm believer. If this is what you're doing, for whatever reason, y'all decide to collect it without my knowledge, finish doing what y'all doing. It's not about money. And like, it was people that got bond out, they paid out of their own pockets, And I'm like, they have the money. I don't have no money. I'm getting calls saying, where the money at? They told us you had the money. I said, I didn't never touch nobody money.
Okay.
Right. Don't put the money.
You didn't even know the
Exactly.
money was being
I didn't even
raised
know.
to do
I
that.
didn't know.
Right.
I didn't know. And it's like, as you all, because I'm putting it out there. I'm looking for help, but I'm also focused. And people is like they're doing certain things, and I'm not the victim. My daughter was the victim. But don't try to put me a part of that because I don't believe in using people.
And I think that's the question Kendra spoke on it, but I think some of the other activists that are out here, if you've had direct contact with them, or if you haven't, what would be the overall message to them right now? Because I understand where you stand, but what would be the overall message to them? Because sometimes I feel that they can do more harm than help in this situation.
Exactly.
So what when you sit up, if you had one message that you want to say to them, what would it be?
My message to them is stop taking advantage. And if they haven't took advantage of nobody, then don't do it. Especially when a time of need, when someone is begging and grieving, don't take advantage of them. Do what's right, and stop using God's name in vain. Because you could trick a whole lot of people with the word.
Yeah.
And honestly, I never met none of the activists. Besides Mark, I knew him, from the neighborhood.
Right.
Personally, none of the activists. So they're coming out and they introducing. They said, "Well, of course, you make it seem."
Well, the other girl said she was your cousin,
and all along, everybody's out for the same purpose.
Mm.
So I'm not going to say everybody, but the ones that fall into that category,
right?
And it's sad.
It's such a devastating story. So at this moment, and just to pick off what Kyle said. Because the photos came out publicly. Was that your first time seeing the photos too?
Well, they showed us 4 of the photos when she was in the freezer, and one of the photos, the 5th photo, that was like a picture of her when she's walking in the through the lobby. You know.
Well, when I saw the photos on last weekend, I was like, I was heartbroken because, my mom passed and I have photos when my mother died, but obviously they're not public. I never want them to be public. And I was like, this story has become so transparent that all these photos and your daughter's last final hours we get to see. And I was just like, it's sad to me, because at the end of the day, this is a public story and we all need answers. But then you are also a mother and this is your child. And do we really want to have the world see your child at her last moments? It's just difficult. So we all feel for you.
Mhm.
We all feel for
Absolutely.
you because to go through any loss is terrible. To go through it in front of the public eye is unimaginable.
Exactly.
So in the city of Chicago, so you do not agree with the simple story of your daughter walking into the freezer and freezing to death. That is not acceptable to you.
That's not acceptable.
Okay.
Especially when it was cameras. They should have showed not only besides the back of her, but the front of her as well. It was a camera directly over this freezer.
They haven't showed us images of that.
I know at the meeting, the closing of the meeting,
Yeah.
I asked the detective and also as well as the sergeant. And the sergeant said aggressively, there wasn't no camera. So I guess the camera disappeared too.
Right. Because all the images we've seen are her walking through the kitchen, but then she disappears and we don't see her actually walk into the freezer. But you're saying there was definitely a camera there.
It was definitely a camera there.
What about the statement? Because there was a lot of controversy about whether or not Andrew Holmes actually said, we see on the camera her walk into the freezer and the door closed behind her. I was one of the people that said, yo, I know I heard him say that.
He did
but then when
say
I went
that.
back and I tried to find the transcript, I couldn't find it.
Andrew Holmes called my phone. I had just got out of, I'm still a little sedated from my surgery, because I had an infection,
Wonder why
And he
doing like
stated
that.
to me on the phone, which I made a live of that too.
Mhm.
He said, earlier that day, and I was so, distraught because I'm like, did you see the camera? He said he saw her. He saw the camera of her walking.
He
into
did
the
say
freezer.
that.
Physically walking into
Physically
the
He
freezer.
said
I swear I
that.
heard him say that. Yeah.
And I asked, and I said, for real? He said, yeah. Because they was trying to get me to come down there by myself. I said, no, I'm not going to come down there. I want my attorney.
Yeah.
I'm not coming because I was afraid.
Right.
If they're doing all this line from the beginning, what makes me think they won't try to do something to me? So I said, okay. He told me to get on. He said, what you should do is get on live and make a live and tell them that you saw the camera of Kanika walking into the freezer. I said, okay. He said, because the hotel is not making no money. They want us to stop this. They want us to stop. They want it to stop. Saying the Hotel Crown Plaza want us to end it. I said, okay. The protest.
Mhm.
And I said, okay. So I thought about it, with me just hurting. I've lost my daughter. Wait, I'm just getting over cancer. Lost my daughter. And then I have a person I'm being betrayed, stating as if they're for me, they're going to get answers. Then you give me these type of answers, but without me even seeing a video.
Mhm.
Like,
I don't know, but
stranger,
okay,
you
there you go.
you popped up from nowhere.
Right.
You want me to, but I don't believe your words either, because even though the Bible tells you watch as well as pray. So you mean to tell me I'm going to listen to your words and do exactly
I don't know why
what you
y'all
say?
going
Right,
around
not
in
having seen
circles.
it for
Not
yourself.
having seen for
You're saying
myself.
he just
I'm
wanted you to
listening.
say what he told you.
If that's the fact, me just want to listen to words. I would have listened to Rosemont Police Department when they stated my daughter just walked in there with no type of exit way, no way to get out this freezer.
Right.
I'm not listening to words. Show me.
I don't know why I going
So
around in
cameras.
circles with y'all.
So as a follow-up to that, I just want to ask you, since you obviously don't believe the narrative that they gave you, what do you believe actually happened? Are you saying I'm still looking for information, or this is what I believe happened? Do you have something that you believe happened?
I believe that it's a cover up. I believe I'm still looking for answers. They can't see if I wouldn't have never saw these cameras, they could have showed me exactly what they're saying to me. I'm not denying nothing.
know
But
why
show
I
me.
don't
That's
like
all I asked them in the first
So
place.
the autopsy report says that she wasn't violated. You don't believe the autopsy report?
No,
Okay.
they didn't see any signs of violations.
Okay.
Right.
No, because from the pictures, what do you think?
The pictures did. Now I'm gonna be honest. When I saw the pictures, because her shoe
Oh,
was
no,
off,
yeah.
like
Right.
she was scratched, it looked like like something happened to her. But then when we looked more, was it hypothermia?
The definition of
I don't know why they
hypothermia,
doing
and
like
in the
that with
last
y'all.
stages is hypothermia. It feels like your body's burned.
Hold on, y'all. Let me. I don't know why I'm messing up with y'all. I'm gonna go in and come back out. Hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. I don't know why I'm doing like that with y'all. I'm gonna come out of here. I'm gonna remove it. And then I'm gonna go back in with it. See, now it ain't doing it, man. Hold on for a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. Share screen. Hold on, y'all. Let's see about this mess. Let's see. Here we go.
People try to take off their clothes, and you actually kind of go insane, for lack of a better term. Could do anything from viciously scratching yourself, hitting your head up against walls, or whatever. So when we read the definition of hypothermia and the symptoms and the stages of it,
And within that definition, it also states that they're normally the average person is normally found naked, right?
completely naked.
Completely naked, exactly. So once again, no signs of sexual assaults, right? But you see in the pictures as her breast is out and her pants is unbuttoned and halfway down. So maybe not, no signs of it. But I don't know what's the sign. What do they call the sign of sexual assault?
Right.
So you're not saying I believe she was sexually assaulted, but you are saying, show me some proof to the things you're telling me.
That's it.
Did you reach?
That's it. Proof.
Right.
Did you reach out to anybody to do an independent autopsy? Not one that the city did, but one that you did on your own. Maybe there was somebody you could reach out to. I want to do an independent autopsy.
Yes, I did. I did have my. God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, we did. We had our own independent autopsy. I'm still waiting on the results.
Okay, so those results are not back yet.
Yes, we had it done after. The medical examiner did theirs.
I think, and this is just my personal opinion on it. What I really hate about this whole situation is there was a young lady with a promising life ahead of her. I understand that she had just got a new job and was about to start doing great things, and all we can talk about is conspiracy theories. And as a father of 3 daughters, like, I don't know, I'd be out of my mind. Like, people's lives would change because I'd be out of crazy.
Well, me
so
too.
I commend you for keeping it together.
Yeah,
but it's just sad that we have to have all this mess
Exactly
over this young girl's life instead of her just being able to rest in peace, which we're trying to find the answers to so she can rest in peace. I get it, but it's just it's heart-wrenching for me because, like, seeing the pictures of her, I start thinking about my 18-year-old, and I had a conversation with her about this is why it's important to be aware of your surroundings and everything else, because you're just speechless. You know what I'm saying?
And not only did me searching for answers for my daughter, I not only thought about my daughter, I was unselfish enough to think about the world.
Everybody's children.
Everybody's children.
The village.
Themselves.
The village.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And I wanted them to be aware, because the way that they was telling me and the covering up, if it didn't happen before, it's gonna happen again. So I wanted to bring awareness.
Yeah,
to
with
the
all the
world.
sex trafficking and stuff that's going on out
save
here,
somebody.
it
My
leaves the
daughter's
door open.
gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Save somebody.
Are you? What are your feelings towards her friends that were with her that night? Do you hold any blame towards them?
Like I stated to them, I'm not blaming anyone, because everybody at the hotel I look at as a suspect.
Okay.
I'm not saying that they did it. Everybody that was there that night.
Okay.
So, like how I told them, I stated to them after they came to my house looking, I said, I'm not saying y'all did this to my daughter, but what I am saying, you all should have had enough loyalty not to leave my daughter.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I can't feel, hatred or none of this. And I know people probably judge me or whatever, they're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
But I can't.
Especially since you teach, I know I do specifically. I literally just said this to my daughter yesterday. He was 18, like Leon's oldest. I said, when y'all out here moving around, It's safety in numbers.
Yeah.
Y'all stay together. Y'all go somewhere together. You come back together. Everybody watches out for each other. You don't let nobody stray off. So I totally understand you saying, look, you may not have done this, but you let my daughter wander off.
Exactly.
And this is a result of what happened.
Exactly.
Now, but from the videotapes, it does seem like your daughter was intoxicated. Was she drinking or was it pills? Do you agree that maybe she was under the influence in some way?
And it's the epileptic medicine too.
Right.
Oh yeah, can you explain that?
Now, see, from my understanding, as me speaking with the doctor, he stated to me that that level that they're trying to say, because I'm reaching out and asking,
Right.
and he stated to me that that's not even a level where you could be sloppy drunk, as though the video is saying, he said that's like a tipsy level. And the medication is not enough, strength to have her like this. So, which shows that she whichever went on, whatever was in her system, she was still strong enough to try to fight it off. She's still trying to look for a way out. How could that, go unacknowledged from the security, from the hotel? Some employees that was down there in the area that she was seen in. How could not, no one not notice my child? And then when we came up there looking for my child, why? We couldn't get no help from no one.
We don't really have the words, to take away the pain. I wish we had it. We've all experienced loss in our own personal lives, so we do understand what you're going through. We want you to know that our hearts are with you.
Thank you.
And that we appreciate you coming on our show this morning and giving your side to the story. This is a story that has touched all of Chicago, and not just Chicago, outside of Chicago.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not sure if it's public. You mentioned a second ago, but you experienced breast cancer.
Yes.
And the week that everything was happening, the reason why Andrew Holmes saw the videotape before the mother is because you had surgery that day.
And he knew that I was going to have surgery.
She was going to surgery. Yeah, she had surgery the Wednesday prior. So that is why he saw the video prior to you. And how is your health in that manner right now? Are you fine with the cancer? Is it completely gone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
thank
thank
God for that.
Thank God. Yes.
Thank God for that.
No
Absolutely.
chemos, radiation, no pills.
People, you are still in people's prayers. People still want to help you. So
Thank
do you
you.
have any outlet? We know there was different outlets for people to donate monies. Are there anything that someone listening right now that might want to contribute to you financially in any way? Is there a way that they can do so?
Right now I don't have no outlets.
Okay.
I had a UCare, but I closed it down.
Okay.
So how are you carrying on from here then to what steps or what petitions or what moves are you making? Because I know you said you want them to reopen that investigation. How are you trying to get them to do that?
Well, hopefully by coming to you all,
Okay.
attending everybody, reaching back out to everyone
Mm-hmm.
that reached out to me as far as coming on to their show as a guest.
Yeah.
I'm ready now. See, I had to see what their findings was, or try to get help from them, maybe figuring, because I didn't want to talk about something I didn't know about.
Right.
But here go the proof with the pictures and all that. Just what I thought. Something just not right.
Okay. Understood. One last question I wanted to ask you. Earlier we spoke on this and you said that Rosemont, we spoke on it, the fact that Rosemont turned down help from the FBI.
Right.
Are you able to go to the FBI directly and
Yourself,
say, I don't want to deal with them. Can y'all help me? Please.
I don't know. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to do that. I don't know how that works, but I'm going to find out.
Yeah.
And before we let you go, something I want you to get this out to the world, to any young ladies that might be listening around the age of your daughter. Just play the role of big sister or mother or auntie in their life. Give them a message right now from your loss. Give them a message to them. Something that they need to take heed to.
Okay. This to the young girls. I know y'all think y'all parents, especially your mothers and your fathers, don't. They know everything. In all nationality they do. When it comes to listening to your parents, listen. As far as your friends, if you're gonna be friends, don't leave one another. Keep that loyalty within. If you go out together, come back together.
Mm-hmm.
Don't never underestimate. Always expect the unexpected at all times.
Absolutely. We appreciate your strength.
Absolutely.
We love you so much.
Yeah, we
we
admire
love
you.
you so much. Your family is in our prayers.
No doubt.
I just wish we had more words to give, but just know that the love is there. And you spoke to the city of Chicago, and you are the mother, so we will honor your wishes.
Thank you.
Do you want all the conspiracy theories on Facebook to stop? Though we didn't bring that much that up, but how was that with all the Facebook people coming in with their ideas? Did that hurt you in any way? With like, at one moment before we saw the video, it was allegations she was being, raped in the video, the first Facebook Live. Like it was so many.
Or it was they were harvesting her organs. Like I've heard some of the craziest stuff, and to the point where having met you and having talked to you, and I was like, yeah, dog, like I'm in the barbershop, man, fam, come on, y'all gotta stop this. It's confusing enough as it is.
Right.
Exactly. See, I say it like this. Well, of course, people are gonna speak up on something they don't know about.
Okay.
It ain't nothing no one could say to me that can hurt me more than me losing my child. So everything they saying is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Unless they can show me that camera that was on top of that freezer, then I'm gonna listen. Well, of course I watch. But I'm not falling into it. See, they wasn't there to see this camera that was directly on top of this freezer. I know this. That's why, okay, it's good to look at the theories because, hey, the hotel wasn't, or the Rosemont Police Department wasn't giving us anything. My attorney studied asking them for it, happened to go to court to subpoena these records, and we're still not getting them all. So, hey, like I said, when we went to this closing of this meeting,
don't know why going in a circle for y'all.
They showed us 4 pictures, but then they put up in there, on their website, more pictures than what they showed us.
Right.
And then they also, I forgot, before we said in this, they said it wasn't no faulty foul play. I wonder, what was that? Did y'all see the picture of her fingernail?
I don't remember seeing that particular picture.
I don't know if that was black ice on her nail or a piece of a garbage bag. So, all this, why not take fingerprints?
Right.
You see all this evidence. And then, okay, they didn't see anything, no faulty play. Somebody... FBI, somebody look up into it to try to help.
And just to be clear, you're saying that they're actually, with your own eyes, you saw a camera that was pointing directly to the freezer.
That was over the top of the freezer.
Yes, that
so
was
you
on
would
top.
have had a visual of anybody walking in and out in that area.
Exactly.
With your own eyes.
And what did they say that when you asked about that camera, you get no answer?
The day of, as I'm looking at the freezer when my daughter laying there on the stretcher, in the white bag, that day, I asked the detective and the sergeant about that camera. I pointed to the camera and I asked him, did that camera work? Because he told me it wasn't no camera in there around, like that could have caught her walking into this freezer. So I said, is that camera working? They looked back at the shot and the detective stated to me, he don't know. He's going to, look into it. Okay. So that was a lie, the first lie, because you said it wasn't it wasn't no way that you could see her entering or exiting this freezer. And the sergeant just said flat out, no, that camera didn't work.
Wow. So all the cameras work, but the one camera that needs to confirm everything.
Wow. So the camera was up there.
And then also,
I can see how I can see
they
you
saying
as a
it didn't
mom
work.
not being okay with the information, because just as a public figure, I'm just going off the information given, and it's like, well, it seems like maybe she was, unfortunately inebriated.
What's up, squad? Watch
didn't know where she
out.
was going, like she was finding somewhere to go and walking to the freezer, and that could have been the end of it. But after talking to you and saying that there actually was a camera that can show everything, that does raise more questions.
Yeah.
It sounds like with everything that you've given us today, it makes me feel like we got just enough public information to agree with this narrative. And here's what we're showing you. That's it, guys. Case closed.
Exactly.
Yeah. I can understand your feelings. No question.
And it's so crazy how good this,
Yeah.
the Justice Department, the United States Justice Department allowed this to be. I know somebody hearing us and hearing me that hurt me, and someone seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have your attorneys? Do you still have your lawyers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, once again, we
All right, guys. getting them all. So hey, like I said, when we went to this closing of this meeting, I don't know why going in a circle for y'all. They showed us 4 pictures, but then they put up in there, on their website, more pictures than what they showed us. Right. And then they also, I forgot before we said in this, they said it wasn't no faulty foul play. I wonder what was that? Did y'all see the picture of her fingernail? I don't remember seeing that particular picture. I don't know if that was black ice on her nail or a piece of a garbage bag. So, all this, why not take fingerprint? Right. You see all this evidence. And then, okay, they didn't see anything, no faulty play. Somebody, FBI, somebody look up into it. To try to help. And just to be clear, you're saying that they're actually, with your own eyes, you saw a camera that was pointing directly to the freezer.
That was over the top of the freezer.
Yes,
so you would have had a visual of anybody walking in and out in that area.
I believe, Miss Teresa. I don't know why it messing up, yeah. Exactly. And what did they say that when you ask about that camera, you get no answer? The day of, as I'm looking. At the freezer when my daughter laying there on the stretcher, and I don't know why it messing up. That day, I asked the detective in sergeant about that camera. I pointed to the camera and I asked him, did that camera work? Because he told me it wasn't no camera in there around, like that could have caught her walking into this freezer. So I said, is that camera working? They looked back at the shot and the detective stated to me, he don't know. He's gonna, look into it. Okay. So that was the first lie, because you said it wasn't it wasn't no way that you could see her entering or exiting this freezer. And the sergeant just said flat out, no, that camera didn't work. Wow. So all the cameras work, but the one camera that needs to work. So she saw the camera. It was a camera up there then. And then I can see how I can see they saying it didn't work. Not being okay with the information, because just as a public figure, I'm just going off the information given, and it's like, well, it seems like maybe she was, unfortunately, in the what's up, squad? What's up? Like she was finding somewhere to go and walked to the freezer, and that could have been the end of it. But after talking to you and saying that there actually was a camera that can show everything, that does raise more questions.
Yeah, that's right. It sounds like, with everything that you've given us today, it makes me feel like we got just enough public information to agree with this narrative. And here's what we're showing you. That's it, guys. I can understand.
Wow. Wow, she saw that camera. They said it didn't work. Wow. No disrespectful, but I was good. Wait a minute. I was good on the bench. Thank you. I mean, I'll let y'all. Okay, because they had no delete all that stuff. Okay. If they had no delete, all the rents deleted for some kind of way. Black Ivy. Let me see. Can y'all see? Hold on. Okay, what I want to do, I want to show y'all this last I'm gonna stop this video. I'm gonna stop this one, y'all. I want to start this last video for y'all. I want to start this last video for y'all. Y'all seen it before. Y'all seen it before, but we just gonna watch it again. This video right here is when you remember the girls, they was in the kitchen and they said they saw oh look, there she go, there she go. Them people's in the freezer. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all see that. We already seen it, but we're gonna see it for the last time. Okay. Let me share the screen. Okay. So I'm gonna delete this. 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 Let me take this down. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This the last video, y'all. It's short. It's very short. Uh, I guess I have to stop it. Share. Okay. Okay, here we go. It's very short, y'all. Y'all seen it before. Woo.
All them times when I called and I need you.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
It was on the news. This the same video that was on the news earlier, y'all. You see Quinella Smith. You see that's my sister's name, Quinella Smith. She watched the news earlier today. You see the thing say surveillance from the hotel desk. Look in the background. Look, you see?
Can y'all see
Do you
it?
see? This is my iPhone and this is my friend's phone. I'm showing y'all off my phone because I shared this video off my sister page when I was at work earlier. I just came in the house and sat down on the couch. Just, wanted to watch the video and I kept just looking at it, looking at it, and looking at it, and looking at it. This is the video from the WGN News. I don't know what the fuck they did that y'all couldn't see this shit earlier, but here it is now. I got this off my sister page because she always watched the news. You see the news say it came on at 4 o'clock today.
Okay. See it one more time.
Look, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to get a good view. Earlier today, my sister posted this video. It was on the news. This the same video that was on the news earlier, y'all. You see Quinella Smith. You see that's my sister's name, Quinella Smith. She watched the news earlier today. You see the thing say surveillance from the hotel desk. Look in the background. Look, you see? Do you see? This is my iPhone and this is my friend's phone. I'm showing y'all off my phone because I shared this video off my sister page when I was at work earlier. I just came in the house and sat down on the couch. Just, wanted to watch the video and I kept just looking at it, looking at it, and looking at it, and looking at it. This is the video from the WGN News. I don't know what the fuck they did that y'all couldn't see this shit earlier, but here it is now. I got this off my sister page because she always watch the news. You see the news say it came on at 4 o'clock today.
Okay, that was the last video. But I want to go back. I'm gonna just in case somebody want to come up, I want to talk about that video that Miss Teresa was on. I'm gonna drop my link in just in case somebody want to come up and speak they mind. But that video that Miss Teresa was on, uh, so she was saying, Ivory, you said she was just making it people know. She's when the lady said you talking about your other daughter, I understood what Miss Teresa was talking about. So she was talking about Lenora. Lenora's sitting right there. I'm just saying that she made it seem, sometimes it can be where people from and you don't understand, their ways and stuff. But I was like, Lenora is sitting right there, so why she didn't just say Lenora? Her sitting right here. It just, people from different county does different state does different things. But also Miss Teresa said that I trusted Miss Teresa saying that she saw a camera over the freezer because she know a camera. She know a camera when she sees one because she used to work in the cafeteria. So I agree with Miss Teresa on that also. I just didn't understand. Only thing I didn't understand is why they were snapping on her as the mother. She's the victim here. I don't know why were they yelling. Was there any snapping? And another thing, Miss Teresa said she didn't see her daughter, but when she did see her, she was in the white bag. But she didn't run out the kitchen. I don't think she ran out the kitchen like what we saw. I don't know, but it don't seem like Miss Teresa would have said all that. Cause she wanted to see a lot. Remember y'all, she ran out the cafeteria at the top, in that room at the top, ran out there. I don't know. But let's see what else she said. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I'm like that man who was in the video with Miss Teresa, who was in that video right there from the radio station. Miss Andrew Holm did come out there and say he saw Kanika walk in the freezer. He said he saw a video with Kanika walking in the freezer. I remember that video. He said he could remember. He said that Kanika did walk in. There was a video with Kanika walking in the freezer. And then when they talked to him or whatever they did, he came back and didn't see her in the freezer. And I said, that man said that. I pay attention. I said, that man said that he saw Kanika walk in the freezer. And I said, why he changed his mind? That's what I said, y'all. I said, why he changed his mind? So I accomplished that. I comprehended that out the video. What else I comprehended out the video? When Miss Teresa said, when the radio station lady said 36 hours. It was like 36 hours before they found Kanika, something like that. And Miss Teresa said, yes, 36 hours. And so the 36 hours gave me a clue from the video that's what we got the 36-hour video from. Because I remember somebody, I was listening to their video and they said the other day that where they get the 36 hours. I didn't know it was a 36-hour video. To me, I watched that whole video, but it wasn't to me no 36-hour video. But it was 36 hours before they found her or something like that, I think. That's what the lady said, the radio station lady. What else I comprehended out differently out that video? When Miss Teresa said, when she started asking for the badge number and he changed his mind about her, he started trying to be nice to her when she asked him about the badge number. Why is he being so complicated? Oh, and another thing, when I looked at a video the other day that's supposed to get 36 raw footage, when I looked at it, I don't know what was said because we couldn't hear no talking. But when Irene, all of them was sitting in the lobby, it seemed like when the cop came out there, they was kind of looked like they was quiet from the video. It don't seem like they were whooping and hollering. So it looked like he, had escorted them, to the door, like we'll go back and see. It looked like it was no animosity in that lobby. When the police were talking to them, I didn't see no animosity. So they told Miss Teresa that they made leave, but I didn't see Miss Teresa was outside, so I don't see how they made them leave because Miss Teresa had already came in and went out with her mother. And what else did I comprehend out the video she was saying? It threw me off when she said my daughter, until Ivan said something. She said my daughter, something, and she said, oh, my other daughter, Lenora. Lenora's sitting right there. I just didn't understand why she didn't say her. And then my daughter right here. I didn't understand why she didn't just say it right here. She said, Miss Teresa said, Lenore, my daughter. And she pointed at Lenore, then she said, oh, your other daughter? I mean, I said, why she said the other daughter? Miss Teresa looked at her funny too. Miss Teresa looked at her like I looked at her, like, what you mean by my other daughter? I said, my daughter, this Lenora right here. That's what I would have said. I said, oh, my daughter right here, Lenora, yeah, right. The lady threw me off right there, the way she was talking. I paid that some attention, because she made it seem like Miss Teresa had another daughter. What else did I accomplish out that comprehended from that video? I think it's 2 hours. It used to be 48 hours, but to look for a person, but here in Georgia, it's not really 48 hours. You could go before the 48 hours and start looking for people yourself. But for 48 for them, I think. But allegedly. But here it's 448. What else did I accomplish out that video? Oh, now the last video we watched. Only thing I want to say about that video, y'all, I want to believe the girls. I don't want nobody to think they're going crazy, but with that last footage that we watched, why they the only one? If it came on, if you in Chicago and it came on, if that news came on, all of y'all in Chicago would have saw the news, and more than just her would have caught that footage that she showed up, that last footage in the kitchen. They were saying the ponytail and stuff. If the news showed that in Chicago. Trust me, everybody in Chicago would have saw that news. So that right there, I don't know. I got a question mark over that latest footage we saw with them saying people was in the kitchen, because all of y'all in Chicago would have had that news. But I don't want to doubt nobody. Doubt anyone. And let me see. I didn't really see all the videos that Miss Teresa had on the in Facebook. I wasn't on Facebook like that then, so I wouldn't know. What else? Let me see what else I accomplished out this video was. Allegedly, I think they tried to play Miss Teresa. I wish she had a man with her when she went. Usually men get different around other men. I wish a man was with her. I think. Oh, and when she brought up, the guy who was the radio dude, I believe I said the same thing. He said if it was a box freezer, she just would have been in a box with the freezer on. And then I showed y'all from the beginning of my video that it takes 4 to 15 hours for the body to freeze, and below zero it can freeze. Oh, he asked her, did she want to reopen? I didn't hear anything about being, that's her older video. I know she's supposed to be suing $250,000, not $1 million, but it's supposed for whatever part she's gonna try to get much as she can. She didn't mention it in that video. I was just trying to go by that video. Oh, anybody else want to come up? Anybody else want to come up and talk? Want to express themselves? You can hit the link right there. You can express yourself. I'm here. I'm all ears to listen. And do I believe Miss Teresa saw a camera over the freezer? Yeah. Yes, I do. Because she just said that she did. They did. Yes. All right, y'all have a good night. Don't forget that you haven't hit the like button, you haven't joined the channel. Go ahead, like, share, and subscribe, y'all. I appreciate everyone being here. Y'all be safe out there. It's cold out there in the mornings. If you got to be out there early in the morning with me, because I like the froze. And I wasn't in no freezer. And I got in my car because I was cold. But y'all have a good night, morning, afternoon. I'm out.